Hello, welcome again to my channel. This is Moto Dean. In this video, I'll give you some tips on first time or new motorcycle owners. Here we go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Moto Dean channel. In this channel I give it's a motovlog channel, but I do give some tips on my limited experience as a motorcycle rider, and once in a while, and if you look at my channel, I give some legal commentary on issues of the day. I can't help it, lawyers need to talk. Alright, so as I said in the beginning of the video, this video is for newbies or those first time motorcycle owners or riders. So you know, you may, if you're watching this video, you just bought a motorcycle or you're planning to buy a motorcycle for the first time and you're excited, and yes, you will never regret buying a motorcycle. Why? Because the video here and link in the description below will tell you why you will never regret buying a motorcycle. But let's go to the topic proper. Alright, here we go. Tip number one, or maybe advice, since I'm a lawyer, can I say advice number one? No, because you're not paying me. Alright, so it's tips. Alright, so the best or the first tip you should get is, even if you bought before you buy the motorcycle, is to get gear. You know, of course, in this last 2 years, 2020 and up, the byword or buzzword is PPE, personal protection equipment. Well, it doesn't stop with health workers. It begins also for motorcycle riders, especially the new ones. So please, at the very least, buy a helmet. I'm sure there are other videos you can check here on the internet and YouTube on what's the best helmet you can choose. For me, I've had 3 helmets in my life. I sold one, which I regret, because that was a 3/4 Built-Well Bonanza, and it's perfect for a cruiser. But of course, safety first. My family told me to get rid of that helmet because it doesn't have a chin guard. So the very least, get a helmet. Get a helmet that is properly fit for your head and also for your needs. If you're just going to running alone, a good light helmet is good with a chin guard, a full face. If you're going into motovlogging, if ever you do, go ahead. We need more motovloggers out there. But what's important is that you have to realize, like here, as you can see here, the helmet is on my, the camera is attached to my helmet, and I have a modular helmet and with a camera, which I'm not using right now because it is actually, it got heavier. The camera added a lot of weight to the helmet, and my head, you know, I don't want to use it for long trips, and so right now I'm switching to this, my first full-faced helmet here, this Bell Qualifier. And if you want, you can wear this jacket and of course gloves. I'm not wearing riding pants. Yes, that's my choice. Why? Because I'm a heavyset guy and I can't seem to find pants my size. But I do have proper riding boots, and my jacket is fully padded, and of course I have the proper gloves. So please invest in that. You know, even if the helmet costs $10,200, that is so much cheaper than getting head surgery, or at least being in a cast. If your HMO or your healthcare doesn't provide, it's gonna cost you, and it's gonna cost you much more than the motorcycle. So please, at the very least, get a helmet. Even before you buy the motorcycle, as long as you're dead set in getting one, get the helmet. That's a no-brainer for me, because if you don't wear a helmet, you'll have no brain after. All right. My tip number 2, when you're a newbie or a new motorcycle rider or owner, is take a safety course. Take the if you're wherever you live in your jurisdiction. The byword is MSF, Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, or riding school. That will definitely help you, especially in this modern times, in this millennials and Gen Zs. I know most of you drivers with just new driver's license, except for Europe. Europe, there's a lot of manuals, but for other countries, automatic is the norm. I mean, some of you have driven their first car as an automatic, and my son although he did learn manual, but I grew up in the 80s, the best decade in the world, or sorry, the best decade ever. So I learned to drive manual or stick shift, and driving stick shift is what it has, or what it has ingrained in my instinct, is the feeling of neutral. For those who know, those who grew up driving manual, the first thing in their mind, their instinct, their first reaction if a car is going to slow down or anything, is to shift to neutral before the car comes to a complete stop, because if it does, the engine stalls. And of course, also with driving in manual, you need to what they call you blend the gas and releasing of the clutch, and that really helps driving motorcycles, because most motorcycles, except for scooters and all that, are manual, and you need to have coordination between your right wrist and your left foot regards to the gear. At the same time, you need coordination between your palm, which turns the accelerator, and your fingers, which the left hand, which releases the clutch. So you need that timing. And I'm not saying those who grew up on automatic are gonna be a hard time. It's just those that grew up or learned manual or stick shift will have an easier time. So please take that safety rider course or riding school. So you got your motorcycle, or you've got your gear, you took your courses. Now what? Okay. For sure, if you're not part of a group, which was my next tip, but if you need saddle time, you need to practice. Just like if you're a car, you need to experience how it is, the real world driving a car. And what you want to do, since you're just starting out, is, especially if it's a new motorcycle, is you follow the recommended speeds, acceleration if you will, for the break-in period, meaning you don't want to go up fast a certain speed. Oh, I gotta slow down, it's a yellow, but at 12 seconds left. Oh, what? 10 seconds on the red? Who invented this? Oh, well, here it goes. Must be a speed trap here. All right, so you need to follow the recommended speeds for the braking of your motorcycle. Even those modern motorcycles are fuel injected and all that, they don't really need a break-in period like the olden days. But necessarily, some motorcycle manufacturers put a limiter, and they force you to bring in your motorcycle to the shop to the first break-in period. From what I learned and from my research, what the break-in period does is not necessarily it still run whatever it is, it will run. But what it does is, because the engine is new, the oil, the gasoline has to infuse itself into the engine, and so the engine will get used to for a long while, at least for what I know is 1,000 kilometers. So that's needed in the break-in period. Okay. All right. Here I am at a stoplight here on what they call Danghari, or Road of the Kings. But nevertheless, my fourth tip is for a newbie or a new motorcycle owner or rider is you want, as I guess, you want to really have saddle time. You need to practice and know how it is on the real world, how to drive a motorcycle or be in traffic like this. And so what you want to do in the beginning, maybe the first few months if you can, is to establish a ride routine. For me, my routine is, at the very first, is to ride on the weekends, either a Saturday or a Sunday, and make it part of your calendar. Note it down, write it down, make it as an appointment. You need to know, you need to set that you're, hey, on Saturday morning or Sunday morning or Saturday afternoon, depends on your free time, is I'm going to ride. And what you want to do is set destinations, like I'm going to the park, I'm going to this city, I'm going to this area. And trust me, you will enjoy those trips, even though there is no point. Well, there's an end point. There's no point in that ride because you've been there before. You took the car there, you took the bus there, or you're with somebody else. Trust me, it's a different experience if you ride there on a motorcycle. So the beginning, what it does, it first of all, you need to break in your motorcycle, so you need good rides, constant rides. And aside from that, it's your practice time, it's your saddle time. And trust me, I can't say this enough, saddle time relieves stress. And anybody who doubts that doesn't own a motorcycle. Alright, so again, establish a ride routine. Now, my last tip, and I think it's the most important tip I can give you for new riders or new motorcycle owners, is to get with a group. Now, I have about a year and a half of riding a motorcycle here in the Philippines, and I'm a member of several riding groups. I don't want to call them clubs. I don't want to get in trouble here. I have to respect the real motorcycle clubs, the MC, so to speak. And if your choice is to join one, hey, freedom of choice. I just noticed some requirements, just like any other membership, Rotary Club, Lions Club, and or any other professional organizations, camera clubs. So there are requirements to join, and there are requirements to qualify, and of course there are requirements to stay. Now, the difference with riding groups is just, for me, they're all for fun. So, what you want to do is choose a riding group, at the very least, of the same motorcycle type. This is a Honda Rebel. It's only 471 cc's. It's inline 2 and doesn't really go fast. It's a cruiser, as you know. But I'm a member of a couple of Honda Rebel riding groups, and you know that if you ride with guys of the same motorcycle like this, you basically know each other's top speed. Why? Because you will, guys, some people will be left behind, some people are faster, and some people are they're more expert in riding. But if you're the same motorcycle, same types, or at the very least same energy displacement, I'm not gonna go with a group of litter bikes, sports bikes, useless. But then, of course, if it's not about engine type, it's about same interests. I'm a part of a couple of lawyer groups because I'm a lawyer. Then I'm also in a group of where I live, the location. It's all relative, but we call it the South Group, so I'm part of a Southern bikers community. And I'm actually part of another group, Caltex Toda. I'm an honorary member, hope qualified. And that group, there's no qualification. The only thing you need to do is you need to ride and hang out. See, that's the best one. So yes, so that's the last tip. Please find a group that you are comfortable with. Find a group of the same interests, maybe same profession, or same motorcycle type. I'm sure they're out there if you do your research. There's so many Facebook groups, and I've given my tips, and I know for a fact, and no one will ever doubt me, motorcycle riding is one of the best activities to relieve stress and enjoy your free time. It's you and the road and the wind in your face, and of course traffic, but traffic's a part of it. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any other tips that you may add, please put them in the comments, and I will try to, maybe I can make another video on viewer comments or viewer tips. This channel is open for comment, for criticism if you want. It's okay, I don't mind. Lawyers are used to that. So again, thank you for your time. This Moto Dean saying, it's not what you know, it's what they don't know. Ride safe, guys. Goodbye.
Hi, please do me a favor and smash that like button. It'll help me a lot and it will trigger the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't, my dog will eat this exam booklet and that student has to repeat his final exam again.